Sorry, everybody, I lost track of time. Siobhan. Oh, Stefan. Stefan, sorry. Hey, Stefan.
Hello, Isaac.
Yeah.
I lost you on the phone. Where are you?
I've talked, does that help?
Okay. Yes, hello, Isaac.
Yeah.
My partner died 2 days after we talked last time. And right now, since then, it has been harder than it has been for the weeks and months leading to it. And it feels like I'm not heavy, but it seems like I identify a lot with all what's happening and the emotions. And I thought I would be a bit more, I don't know. It's not that I'm not at peace. It seems like, yeah, I identify to all the what's coming. And
Can you be okay with that? Can you be gently okay with that? Not trying to change it, not trying to, just staying present, gently noticing the little movements, not having any idea of how you should be. Just being awake and aware to how your system processes these changes without any idea of how it should be.
I think that's what I'm trying to do, but it doesn't seem to work.
Oh, so if it's not working, then there must be some idea of what working looks like.
Some idea of what, sorry?
Some idea of what working looks like.
You mean working? Sorry, I'm not getting it.
So right now, big change in your life. Many layers to that change. And your system is responding to it through how many layers of conditioning and old trauma, we don't know, you know, and that's coming up. It has nothing to do with you. You know, how many generations back, you know, have there been people that have transitioned or died, however you want to speak about it? And how much of that grief was suppressed or not allowed or not, you know, like I could say compensated, dramatized. And so, you know, you're carrying all of that. And it's not you. It's just old information. So there's no right way to be in this. There's no wrong way to be in this. There's just an opportunity to gently watch, if it's possible. And you have this community as a resource to just hold space for you as you're exploring this.
Yeah, I kind of know it's like that, but in practice, it
Yeah,
feels like
for sure.
what's coming up is getting, I mean, I know it should be there in front of me, and I'm trying to watch it without watching it, if you see what I mean, just to let it be.
Yeah,
Without
I understand. I get it. So just look, in these few moments that we have here together, just resting. Nothing to be, nothing to do, no special way to be. Just here. And the sensations. And if you can, very gently, if it feels appropriate, just speak the sensations that you notice. And I'm not asking for emotions, I'm asking for sensations. We're not so used to talking in the language of sensations, I can tell you. We're more maybe used to talking about emotions, but like for me, I feel sensations in my upper chest, around my eyes, a little bit in my throat. But now trying to describe those sensations. I don't know how you perceive it or how you feel it. Just what do you notice?
Well, right now I have the stomach is upside down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I have tears coming.
Yeah. How does that affect your breathing?
Yeah, I was going to say my breathing is changing. I'm not sure how, but it's changing.
Yeah. And when you say your stomach's upside down, how do you sense that, or what do you sense?
It's like butterflies in the stomach.
Butterfly. Okay.
And energy in the forehead.
Yeah. And your thinking is relatively quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. And how is it just to notice the sensations, name them, and just be gently present with them? No idea what any of it means, no need to solve anything, no need to be anyway. You know, my feeling is all of us have been conditioned in what's appropriate and how to deal with grief or loss, implicitly or explicitly. Was it allowed in your family? Was it allowed for men in your family?
Allowed in what way?
Allowed. In some families, you know, it's not allowed for a man, you could say, to feel grief.
Okay.
They'd never speak it that way, but for sure, energetically, you'd be told, boys don't cry. Or,
Mm.
and your mind is quiet, and you just did. And to me, it doesn't feel like, it feels like there's a gentle presence, and your mind is remaining, you know, or the mind is remaining relatively quiet. There's space. And for me, it feels beautiful to be present with you in this. And just, yeah. It's okay for me, you know, there's nothing in me that wants anything to be different than you. I can just be here, feel this with you. It's rich, it's beautiful.
Yes, it has become much quieter.
Oh, please, people.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Steph.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it. Oh, so sweetly. Feet.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, feet.
This interest is on sinking consciously into what can be called emptiness or peace. And the system is not at all used to sinking consciously or in so-called awake state into this. And it has many, now it comes to the surface, there are many habits, patterns to avoid this. And one is letting focus run with this funny sugar addiction, which makes the body weak and brings contraction and makes bad mood. And yeah, this is on the screen at the moment. So many, several at least ways to not consciously drown into peace. So this was a lot of words. Yeah.
So the question, what would drown into what?
Yeah. Nonsense. Sorry.
No way.
I am that which doesn't move.
And the only thing that moves actually is our attention.
Yeah. The habit of the system is running and working and being busy and trying to do this, do that, and so on. You know it better than me, I guess. it's a habit.
Yeah. Can there be gentleness with this habit and not make the habit a problem? It's one of those things. You notice the habit. Underneath that habit certainly would be a sensation and an automatic response to a sensation. So we can, try and deal with the habit by will. Never seems to help.
Yeah.
Or there can be, like this, okay, there is this movement that rises and so there's a way of referencing it that makes it seem like there's a you that is doing it or something, but I don't find it that useful.
Yeah. That makes bad mood, so to say. Really bad mood. And this is also a pattern. Okay. Lost your, okay.
Very good.
Wow. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Frank.
Hello.
Hi, Frank.
Wait a second, I just change the view. Can you say something? It's not
Sure.
focused.
Did that, did
Yeah.
that,
Now, I would like to talk about something that happened last night when I woke up and I could see that there was an automatism in my mind going on, going through different situations of the last years and judging about it.
Mm.
And yeah, judging about that I did something wrong and that did some harm to myself or to others. And I just couldn't do anything about it. It just ran through like a program. And it felt terrible, but there was a longing for some gentleness to be with it more gently. Yeah.
So look, what we have is this moment. The past is gone. We can do nothing about that. So right now, this moment, just here. The movements and the discomforts that arise, that come up. They come by themselves, they certainly leave by themselves. speaking from the deepest knowing. Who are you?
First,
You might not be able to answer that question in words, but just letting that question do its reverberate, let it moving through.
yeah, the first impulse was now it's silence, what I am, but there was also a like another layer or something also beyond silence.
Mhm. Yeah. Beyond name and form, beyond anything we can say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Martin.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Martin.
I have a topic today. I know very good in my life. It's loneliness. And 2 days ago, I had a real, like quite often in my life, I had real problems with it. On the one side, it's this desire to feel this oneness. I know it's the same. This oneness means loneliness in a way, because there's only one. And this would mean to be connected with everything and everyone. And in real life, it's often the feeling of missing social competence, something like that. And because of that, being lonely. So one example is just I have this interest in truth. And then the few relations I have, they seem to be more and more superficial. And they really are. So I'm continuing to losing them because I'm not interested anymore.
Sure.
And
That's so common, Martin. That seems to happen for many. So you could say, then the exploration, it's beautiful how you speak it. It's like, okay, then there's sensations, like somewhere that as it gets quieter, can you feel the nature around you? at this moment, would you describe this as loneliness?
No, I feel more and more connected.
Yeah. So, and yet nothing has changed really, you know. So it's kind of like, I can just say, for me, you know, there's awareness here, which it's a word that you know, it's like it doesn't describe anything because it's not, you can't describe nothing. It's, and then there's sensations, and the sensations themselves are constantly changing. But you know, like there's this, like in most of us, there's like habits of attention and how attention meets the moment. And those habits produce the sense of I, the sense of the universe we're in. And because they're so familiar. And so how do we get fine enough to start to recognize and say, okay, wow, there's just a habit of attention that produces some sense of not being at ease, not, you know, this, you can call it loneliness, whatever you want to call it. It's just some sense of something's a little bit not right.
What I found out when I looked at it, like this habit of thoughts trying to help in the system coming, they were so automatically, they were torturing, and they were so automatically in the system. It was like, I was thinking like, it is like throwing up. It was like throwing up. I couldn't do anything. And I just tried to look at it as gently as I could. But it was torturing me, like throwing up. I couldn't help it. And it was repeating and repeating and repeating itself. And it's hard to be confronted with this automatism when you have before and after you have this periods of being in peace, and so it's very hard. It's like falling from quite high.
For me, I just see it as opportunities.
And in life, it's some way, like sometimes it's the people around me, they seem to live, oh, I have a lot of friends and contacts, and I'm socially so capable. And you're sitting there and say, okay, the few friends you have, it's you can forget, because my like one female friend I know for decades, she didn't ask for 10 years how do my parents, how do they are. She's not interested in that. My father died, I didn't even tell her. She doesn't know. No, he's almost 1 year dead. She doesn't know even that. So it's really superficial.
You know, it seems to me that in the indigenous cultures, there was a valuing of silence. In our culture, not so much.
And therefore, you can't. It's very difficult to go to some party or somewhere. I just want to go.
And I remember that phase where that all just started to fall away. It just, the interest just dropped away. You know, there's, well, why am I going there? You know, I get there and it's like I just want to be quiet, actually.
For me, more than, I think it's something like, more than 20 years ago, there was one reason that I started with tango dancing, because I thought it's no reason for me anymore just to stand there and to find something to talk about, and at least we can dance.
Yeah.
So we are dancing, and it's better than try to find something out to talk about. That's completely nonsense. So. So when you have this process of automatical thinking happening, it's the only way to try to stay gentle and look at this. It will come to an end sometime. Thanks a lot, Isaac.
Hi, Noor.
Hello?
Hi, Noor.
Yeah, my video and yeah?
Yes.
So it's my first time here.
Welcome.
Thank you. So there is this very deep deadness inside of me that is like, I'm talking about it's a very physical and emotional and everything experience. And I help people overcome all sorts of stuff. So I am a trauma therapist in the body. So releasing emotions, deep traumas, all the stuff. So and the place where I am right now is a place where I'm confronting myself with a very raw piece of truth. I don't give a shit about anything or anybody in this life.
Yeah, I get it.
And yet I suffer from, I don't matter to others, but the truth is I don't care about anything or anybody, and nobody cares about me. Or, I mean, on the very deep level I'm talking about, not on many other surface layers of blah, 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 that are full of distractions and false emotions and I'm not talking about this at all. I've been a very lonely person in life. I've done my life in a very lonely way. So loneliness has always been part of my existence, but also I have the freedom to be who I want to be, piss whatever I want to piss, and I don't give a shit. And people like me for my freedom and spontaneity. And that's my message to people. Try to be yourself, because they see how spontaneous I am in my expression, in my way of being, and farting in public and whatever. And they feel attracted to this because it gives them the permission to be themselves.
Yeah.
So I feel that staying in touch with that deadness is not easy.
So let's just take a moment. Yeah. So going to ask you a question, and I want you to not answer it from anything you've read or heard from anybody else, but to speak from the depth. Who are you?
I don't know.
Okay. So that was trying to answer it with your mind, yeah? Or with your thoughts. Whoever you are, you're here. This body.
I am, yeah, I am,
so-
I am, but somehow it also doesn't feel.
Okay. Yeah. So we're just going to go through it, if you don't mind, just to
Okay.
take a moment. Yeah. So there's this bodying activity going on.
Yeah, there is this body activity going on. There is this mind activity going on. There is this life that
Okay.
played. There are these memories about this life. There is
Yeah.
me and
And
Josie
so
right now.
and none of that is you, right? You're aware of that.
And none of that is truly me. No.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
very
Okay.
clear.
The way the personality expresses, the freedom of none of that's you. So now
It's me, but it's not me.
it feels like me. There's a sense of it being me, but it's not me. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So now we've grown up in a culture with a certain habit of conditioned attention.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we've been conditioned is through language, just through language, is that we see everything as objects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at this moment, there's Noor. Am I saying your name correctly? Okay. And then there's Isaac. Okay. So we're just taking a moment now. Where's Noor? Where's Isaac?
Where is Noor and where is Isaac?
Yes. It's a deep question, huh?
Huh?
It's a deep question.
Yeah, and it doesn't have an answer.
It doesn't have an answer. Yeah, beautiful.
It doesn't
So
have
in
an
this,
answer. If I say anything, it's going to be my mind interpreting
beautiful.
a
Beautiful.
sensation I have.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. In this moment, is there any sense of separation?
Yes.
There is?
It's very tricky what you asked, but I'm going to be very blunt.
No, beautiful, please.
There is a sense of presence that is completely undefined, that is experienced in my body. And
Yes.
I say it's the same that is happening to you.
Yes.
Okay. But does this create a sense of no separation? No, because the mind is still too strong.
So now, so the where's now point me to where the separation is. Is the separation real? Does it actually exist?
I don't know. It's felt. It's experienced through this being.
It's experience. Okay, it's experience. Good, no problem.
And as long as it's experience, it makes part of my reality.
Yeah. So when we look and, you know, you're driving a car on a hot day and you see water on the road, you experience it.
Yeah.
But you know that that water is not real. You don't stop the car and try and get the water off the road so you can drive. You know.
Why do you say not real?
No,
You see the water.
On a hot day, when the sun is shining and it looks like there's water on the road.
Ah, it looks like water. No, it's a mirage. Okay.
Yeah, it's a mirage.
Yeah.
So the sense of separation is a mirage.
Yeah, but as long as I'm living it as real, what you're saying is still an intellectual.
It doesn't matter if you're living it as real. Who's living it as real? All we're looking to see is if the mirage or not.
Yeah, but I need to have the experience.
It doesn't matter if the experience remains. You know, when you know that there's no water on the road, you still see the water.
So basically, you're saying that you still see the water even though the water doesn't exist.
Exactly.
So I know there is no separation, but I still feel the separation.
Yeah, no problem.
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is.
And
so now, where is the separation?
I don't know.
Feeling? Yeah, you don't know even. It's so funny.
It's experience, as we said. It's like you I don't feel. Let's say the other way around. I don't feel one with you right now. I feel we are talking to each other, but I don't feel one with you.
And yet, if you look deeply, what you call me, you see something, you hear something.
No, but it's still going through the filter of the mind. It's not a direct experience yet, or even if it's as glimpses.
So we're saying now, we're just checking in this moment, what you call me is information. Your senses pick up information.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, where do you experience that information?
Where do I experience it?
Where do you experience it?
I always ask. I'm starting to ask myself this question: where is the stuff coming from?
Yeah, so now we're taking a moment. Where do you experience this information? This moment, the entire universe we perceive through our senses. That includes this bodying activity. Is also a sensation to us.
Mm-hmm.
Usually we think it's the body that experiences, but it can't be because the dead body doesn't seem to experience anything.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not a dead body, right?
No, but the body itself can't, it's not the body that experiences because the dead body doesn't experience. So it's something else that's experiencing. And we're just playing now, and somehow experiencing is happening. We can't deny it. But all we're looking now.
Exactly. There is something that is undefinable, in which everything is happening. That is for sure.
Exactly. Cool. So now, including in that is this capacity to feel separate.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So,
we might be going somewhere now, because up till now it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you repeat that sentence again? Can you repeat that sentence?
Forget that for a moment. Because you were saying I don't care about anybody, and that's okay, because there isn't anybody.
Uh-huh.
That's a projection. That's a mirage. When you're dreaming, it's an experience, yeah? within the dream, it feels very real. Yeah, you're kissing someone and it's delicious or whatever. And then you wake up, you go, oh, that was a dream. The pillow's wet. Maybe. There's nobody.
So it's this
So
nothing.
Yeah, where's the world right now?
When I'm in this nothingness, there is no world.
There is no world, exactly.
It's the first time I experienced this nothingness.
Yeah, beautiful.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Because
that's
my
direct experience. That's direct experience. It's no more a theory or something you read. It's direct. Yeah. Now, who are you?
nothing.
Nothing. Okay, good. And that includes that sense of I that comes and goes, because that sense of I comes and goes. It can't be real.
Sense of I.
Yeah, it comes and goes on a daily basis. Every time we go to deep sleep, it disappears. See, there's a confusion for most people because if you look up the dictionary definition of what's real, it'll say what exists. But if you ask a sage, they'll say that which doesn't change, that nothing. That which
They
is
say what?
beyond. That nothing, nothing is real.
And
Exactly.
I agree with this. But
Yeah, exactly.
as you said, it's like the direct experience is the only thing that counts.
Absolutely.
Everything else is mental.
It's mental. Yeah, it's nonsense.
Mental, I call it mental masturbation, but.
Exactly, exactly. So one way to speak it is this nothing, which we can't say what it is because our thinking can't encompass it. And then there's the sensations of this moment, which we can say is the only thing we have. Usually the sensations of this moment, it's just a raw data from our senses, but it's always interpreted through our conditioning and our trauma load. And then we end up with a perception. We think it's real, but it's the waking dream appearing in nothing.
I don't want my head to chew on your words right now.
That's no problem. There's another communication happening alongside the words.
So yeah, that's why I don't want to be distracted by what you said.
No problem.
Because I know these words, but they don't mean much.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, because of the time and with other people, I prefer we can stop, and I'll try to stay in that space. Thank you.
You don't need to do anything. there's a natural unfoldment from direct experience. You don't have to do anything. Right, no. Spa.
Hi,
Hi.
resting, please. I would resting. It's like gentle waves going through that system. So enjoyable. Funny, my view is going inside in a way. I feel it's like going from
I honestly don't know where inside and outside is.
from the view is like there can be a feeling to look at you, but I felt like it's just going inside.
I get it, I understand. And yet if you
But
really
still,
look inside and outside of what, yeah.
the body, the normal or the normal used habit of looking, I would say,
Yeah.
is changing
I
to from the
resting,
feeling
yeah,
to
I
go
get it, I
backwards.
understand. Yeah.
It's just my hands are becoming so big and my feet from the feeling sensation.
So. inspiration.
Hey, Isaac, can you speak again?
Sure.
Yes. I just want to put nothingness. Nothing else. Was beautiful with this woman, Noah. Mm. Mm. Nothing and everything. Oh. You told me this so often. What's it about to feel it whatsoever?
Exploration.
Thanks, Isaac. And all.
Andrea.
Hello.
Hi.
You're looking really delicious.
Oh, thank you.
Ah.
Love recognizing love, yeah.
Mm. 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 Why I raised my hand, I mean, there were a few dimensions to that, but I wanted to hold hands with you in regards to my son. I mean, I want to share how hard it feels for me to see this super juicy young man to somehow drawn into thinking and seeing his whole life was getting constricted. Yeah. And in a way, yeah, you have just allowing the helplessness around it. And there are many hearts beating into my breast, and like, just leave him alone and trust the process. And then the one that's really keen to get something to move. Yeah, and basically it's good to speak it. And I mean, even I can realize that there's this entanglement with my role as a mother. And I can see, I mean, I experience a lot of this depressive energy in my life. So-called depressive. And whenever I'm sitting with him, it's this remnant inside of my system gets touched. Hmm. Mm. My tears just kissing my cheeks. yeah, thank you for that I could bring it. And
Mhm. Sure. Thank you. Eva. Hi. Can you see me?
Yeah. Did you say my name? I couldn't
Yes.
hear. Sorry. Okay,
Yes, Eva.
great.
Eva. I made that sound.
That's my name. So good to sit like this. It was like the last days I had so many sensations and so many stories around it.
Mhm.
So I really wanted to explore that. In a one hand, it just feels like if I just stay with the sensations, it doesn't actually, it's not too bad. Like it feels kind of full and maybe emotional, but also there's, in a way, it also feels a bit overwhelming because maybe it comes with this story of that it's it's also about being alone and all that stuff and maybe feeling of rejection, and I don't know, it brings up all these sensations and I don't know what to do with it. So I know nothing, but
When you rest together, does it get more noisy, more quiet?
No, it just felt like I could release something, which feels really, really good. Like I feel kind of like, yeah, met in the sensation, and yeah, so it feels my head gets more quiet,
Yeah.
like the
Beautiful.
thoughts. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Simple.
Yeah, and of course I feel this kind of panic almost, like, yeah, but I have to think about it and I have to solve it, because otherwise yeah, it will be ruined forever or something. But yeah, that's obviously it's not true.
Yeah.
Nothing to do, huh? Thank you.
Super.
Mm.
Just as we resting, what subtle shifts are you noticing?
I noticed that I feel, yeah, it becomes quiet, and also I feel, yeah, like a sense of peace. It's like, yeah, all is well. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So happy that all of you are here.
yeah,
Such a relief. Hmm.
Oh, Vedanta.
Isaac, can you speak again, please?
Sure, sure.
Oh,
Vedanta.
now.
Yeah.
Yes, now I'm here. I don't know. Something was just touched with Eva. I don't know what happened. I mean, the whole time today, it was so silent but almost untouched, and suddenly this bringing in the system was, I don't know, just something. Okay, just to sit a moment, please.
Mm.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Beauty.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, boss, also for calling me and giving me a time check. Thank you all. Love, peace, beauty.